guys, my name is Sidney Bristol, and this is My Life in Developmental Edits, my vlog chronicling the beginning of my career as a full-time author. It is March 23rd. It is 6:59 p.m. and this is going to be quick because I have a plumber coming to come and fix my leaky kitchen sink. We have had a leaky issue since we moved into this house. It'll be 2 years in late June, July. Yeah, July. Let's pretend like I said July. So we might actually be able to get the sink finally fixed. Oh, and today is shed day. My snake is shedding, so it's kind of an active day in my office. As far as to-do lists, let's see here. This is today's list. Isn't this awesome? So usually whenever I start a writing day, I only have one of these little sticky notes. Here you can kind of see that there are two. I went ahead and I decided that I wasn't even going to try to get up at 5 a.m. It's just not working right now. Like, I really wish it would, because I can get so much done when I get up at 5 a.m. and I'm writing right off the bat. But it's just not happening right now. I think it's a combination of me being tired, of just having so much to do, that just 5 a.m. is it's not cutting it. So we have discussed kind of altering our schedules, and so I am starting later in the day. I'm working a little bit later, and that's working out. Tonight I actually have, if it wasn't for the sink issue, I'd actually have the house to myself, which would be crazy and never happens. But so that's, I think I'm getting totally off the topic here. I started writing today, and I shot for 3K, and I finished it at 5K, which is super awesome and nice and much appreciated, since I'd really like to be done with this book in March. I mean, considering I started this book in like December, and I've been plugging away on it for a couple months now, I'm really excited about getting to finish it and move on to something else, because I have some really exciting research material for the fourth Aegeus group book. That's going to be a lot of fun to dive into and to read about. So I'm ready to move on from this book and get started on the research for that one and write some novellas that I have coming due this summer. So we are headed into triple deadline. Triple deadline is for shift page proofs. If I get time tonight, I might actually try and finish that. If not, if I stay on schedule, it will be Friday. I will finish that on Friday, no matter what. And those actually aren't due until April 6th. Yes, 6th. So that's good. So this way I can finish them. I can look over I have less than like 10 edits to do, or I'm asking for. So I can send those in, be very, very confident in the changes I'm asking for. Then Chase, I've finished going over. Okay, so the way that I tackle anytime I get one of my New York books back, the way I tackle it is I read my editorial letter. They always send you an editorial letter. And it kind of summarizes the changes that they want to see, or some issues that they saw, or some things they liked. And so you typically start out reading that, and I might make some notes, but typically I read it and I then file that away to look at afterward. I work through the document doing all line edits. Those are the things where swapping these words out, changing this comma, and as I'm doing that, I'm reading through some of their other suggestions. I'm kind of getting a feel for what state the manuscript is in, and then once I finish those, I go through the comment bubbles, and I go through all the comment bubbles, and I address any inconsistencies, any plot holes. For me, and just the way I write and think, it's a lot of sentences saying this is awkward. I have a problem with awkward sentences. It's better than it used to be. I want to say probably 98% of those going over it myself, but I'm probably gonna skip. I'll not skip a few. I'm gonna miss a few, because to me they read perfectly fine. But whenever I go through edits, I have to think, like, if I was someone else reading this, would this sentence make sense? And sometimes it doesn't. So, and that comes with me being a strategic brain thinker, supposedly. That's supposedly where that maps back. So that's those two, then finishing that process. So once I've gone through the line edits and the comment bubbles, then I will go back and I will address anything that has not been resolved from the editorial letter. And so that's going to sometimes be more overarching issues with the book. And so then I will break those down, bullet point those, because editorial letters are scary. I mean, there was one editorial letter that made me cry because I was like, this is a lot to do. But once I took that letter and I trimmed down all of like the talking and the explaining and I boiled it down to exactly what they wanted, it was only like 6 bullet points of stuff that maybe took 2 or 3 days to do. And so that's what I like to do at the very, very end with my editorial letters is I cut out all of the, I like this book, I hated that part, this needs work. I cut out all of that and I boil it down to only the things that need doing. And I do this, I even do this with a lot of my indie books as well. We don't really see a lot of, I don't at least see a lot of editorial type letters. Not the same that I do with traditional publishing. I think part of that is because there's a more open dialogue with my editors during editing, and we're discussing things, and so I'm pretty aware of the issues coming back. But that is also due to my relationship with my editors, and I, just like I said yesterday with Charity and I have a very in sync way of communicating. I like to also think that I have that with my editors. I've really collected a team that I love working with, both in traditional publishing and indie publishing, and I really feel like I work with some really wonderful, wonderful people. So those are 2 projects. 3, really my third thing is getting Dangerous in Training upload or back from the copy editor, formatted and uploaded. I have begun the process of setting up pre-orders. So far, I have pre-orders live for Amazon and Barnes & Noble, and those are set for, I think, June 21st. I think it was the farthest out I could set on Amazon. So I set it for June 21st, and starting to see some pre-orders trickle in. I haven't promoted it all. This is getting to be long again. I didn't want these to be this long, guys. I'm sorry. So Dangerous Trading. I'm also hoping to finish Dangerous Games, end of March. So that's a lot to do. And I've got some other stuff I need to do around the house, like putting away the laundry. There's so much laundry. I've done it. It's clean. It just needs to be put away. So I'm going to go and tackle a few household things before we work on my sink. And then maybe tonight I will be able to knock out one of these projects because it would be really nice to pare down my daily list. Not going to lie. Yeah. So thank you guys. Sorry that the last 2 days have kind of run long. Excuse me. Thank you guys for sticking with me and for all of your words of encouragement. I greatly appreciate it. And tune in again tomorrow. I don't know what I'll talk about yet. Okay. Bye, guys.